All right, so we're here with our honor stats class talking about running a simulation, doing our first kind of examples with this. And we have this example here about selecting students from our class, all right, to be a part of this parents' night. All right, it says how likely is it that if we were to run simulations that we'll get 3 boys? Okay, so let's first talk about how we're going to do this as a component. What's going to be a component if I'm using my random number table? What's going to be a component if I use my random number table? Am I going to be using single-digit numbers? Double-digit numbers? Triple-digit numbers? Okay, so some of you are saying single-digit. Does it talk about percentages up here? No, it doesn't. So it's talking about the students from our class. How many students are in our class? 22. 29? Whoa. 22 students, which is more than what? That's more than 10. Since it's more than 10, I must use double digits. So double digits, we're going to get it. Maybe not today, but someday. Double digits will represent students. Now, what numbers am I going to use for our students? That's not a double-digit number.
10?
Nope.
No, 10.
0, 0 I like, Charlize. 0, 0 to 19 will be 20 numbers. We need 22 numbers. To 21. 22 numbers. There's 22 students. We're going to get it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you'd like to start with, you have to stay 0, 0 because we're using double-digit numbers, Jarvis. You could start and do 0, 1 to 22. I would also accept that. All right, so let's start with 0, 0. That's going to be Wences. Okay. 0, 1 is going to be David. No, 0, 1. It's going to be Daisy. You can if you want. 0, 3 is Catherine. I wrote it with a K. 0, 4 is Leslie. You cannot be. That's the whole point here. Sure, Matt. 0, 5, Jarvis. 0, 6 is Laura. 7, Edgar. 0, 8 is Lily J. You do 2 L's, right? Is that you, Angel? Lily J. Okay. 0, 9 is okay. 10 is Emily. Okay, 11. Is that Saul there? Yes. 12. I mean, are you okay? Is that? I mean, like, is it a big deal? I'm almost done. Yeah, I want to finish it. 13. All right, there's Michelle. 14 is Diego. I know. I'm going to come back to the kids that are asking. I don't care about that. All right, 15 is Guillermo. It shouldn't matter, right? It's random. We're using a random number table, so it really shouldn't matter. 16 is Liam. 17 is Charlize. 18 is Melanie. 19. Okay. 19 is. Do you do Lily? Lily? Great. All right, so we're missing. So 20 can be Ureth, and 21 will be Kiara. Okay. Any questions on assigning these numbers? I could have done 0, 1 to 22. I could have picked any 22 numbers that were double digits. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I usually try to pick the first ones. Okay, now, we are going to go, all right, so we just assign these. How do I know when my trial is done? No, that was just a signing, right? That wasn't actually doing anything.
3 boys.
Nope. When we get 3 students. All right? So your trial, all right? So go until you get 3 students. Okay? So go until you get 3 students. Now here we go, guys. What do we do with repeats?
It's okay.
No, they're not.
No, I don't want.
Because each person is assigned a number. So if I already picked Laura, and I pick Laura again, I cannot pick her again. So you have to ignore repeats. And what do I do if I get the numbers 22 through 99? Ignore those. So ignore 20. Stop saying words that don't mean anything. Ignore 22 through 99. All right, because I don't care. Those are not assigned to a student. All right, how do we feel so far? What am I going to write down? What do I care about? What's my response variable? Don't think so hard, guys. Write down the names of the 3 students. Does that help when you yell at your pencil? See, it worked. Usually I'm nicer to my objects. Like, come on, copier, you can do this. You've been a great copier. You look really good today. Please be nice. All right. Are we ready? Everyone feels ready? No, we're not ready. Okay. What have you been doing? What have you been doing?
Writing down people's names, yeah. I saw my 15 looked like a 16, and then I was like, so I skipped 16. And then I was like, oh, I didn't skip someone's name. I skipped.
It's like, I feel like some students were like, oh, I don't want to write those down. Then halfway through, they had like fear of missing out, so they wrote them down. And now we're behind, yeah. All right. I'm going to do this, and you should not write it down. Okay? Should not write it down. You're not writing it down. Don't write it down. Good Lord. So I'm going to do this, and you're going to watch. Okay? Because then after I do it, you're going to do your own. Okay? So.
That's right.
We got this, Catherine.
Finish. You're confused?
Go Catherine with a K.
All right, I'm just going to do it then. All right, here we go. I'm going to use my favorite number, 25.
That's my favorite one.
Excellent. 92 is my first number. Remember, you're not writing this down. 92 is my first number. 92. That's ignore, right? 92 is not a number I care about for this trial. 20. 20 is a number I care about. So I'm going to circle number 20. We've already chosen Yareth. The next one is 76. Ignore. 35. Ignore. 27. Ignore. 59. Ignore. 39. Ignore. 82. Ignore. 98. Ignore. 18. Woo! Well done, Melanie. I need to get one more student. 24. Ignore. 78. 99. 43. And 09. Who's 9? And if you would have been 10, you would not have been selected. All right, you didn't win the new car. So who did we say it was? It was Yareth, Melanie, and Bianca. You're not writing that down.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, That's trial number 1. That's trial number 1. All right. It says in the question, how likely is it that we'll get 3 boys? In one trial, I got 0 boys, or all 3 girls. So far, out of one trial, it's not very likely. What do I want to do next? Do it again. Trial number 2. Now, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I want you to do 5 trials. All right? Pick your favorite number to start. Your favorite number, not 25. So if your favorite number is 25, pick a different one. And you do your 5 trials and see what you get at the end. I'm going to show you how you want to answer this question after you do 5 trials. Somebody had a question. Leslie?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, are we supposed to like keep going until we get 3 boys, or just?
I'm gonna tell you, do the 5 trials, whether you get 3 boys twice or 0 or once, whatever, and then we'll talk about it at the end. Okay? So keep going.
Can we do the same numbers? Yeah.
Start with your favorite number. It can be the same row. That's fine.
Okay, and when you're doing the double sentence, it's just like
First 2, next 2. And so when it'll get a little confusing, Leslie F., because you're going to have sometimes where you have a space in between, right? But that's one number. You should not be using 25. It's on my shirt. Right here.
Don't put number 10.
What's wrong with number 10?
Because whenever Bianca was.
No, Bianca made a big stink because she was an odd number, but then she got selected being an odd number, right? So you should be counting number 10.
So every set of 3 is a.
Set of 3, every time you get 3 students, that's trial. So for me, I was done, so I finished trial number 1 right here. And I'm going to continue with 88 for my trial number 2, which is, I'm ignoring that number. 5 trials, please. What's up? What do you mean? Well, 05 is one of my people, right? No. Good question, Catherine. Once you finish your 3 and get the end of your trial, just continue with that row. When you get to the end of the row, go to the next row. All right? You don't need to do a new row for each trial.
Wait,
So when I finished my trial number 1, I continued with the next part of that row. Some students are asking, should I go to a new row to do a new trial? You do not need to. These are random digits. It doesn't matter. So I continued, and I finished my second trial, finished right there.
Dude, no way.
Okay. So 050017. 050017. 050017.
oh, okay.
Yes.
What number is on column 6, row 15?
Column 6. Let me write down my names. I'll get you. Jarvis, Wences, and 17 Charlotte.
So,
Row, which one? 14?
Row 14, column 1.
07.
Bless you.
884. Yes, give me 1 second. Let me just stop this.